The harder you try, the further it runs. Yes, my dear, that is the divine paradox, and it has confused the world for centuries. But the truth is simple, as all spiritual truths are. Trying is resistance wearing the mask of ambition. It is the soul whispering, "I do not believe I am worthy yet." It is effort, drenched in fear. Now the world has taught you. Push harder, work longer, force the outcome, win the race. But I tell you now, that is not divine law. That is man's law. And it leads to burnout, bitterness, and blocks. In spiritual law, what is yours cannot be taken. What is divinely ordered cannot be delayed. But you must not chase it. You must align. The law of non-resistance says, step aside, let the river carry you. When you press and press, your energy tightens. You close the channel. You dam the stream with doubt. And yet when you step back, when you relax the grip, what you were chasing begins to come to you. Let me remind you, faith is not frantic. Faith is still. The calm soul magnetizes all things. So today, I ask you, what if you stopped trying? What if you started trusting? The universe doesn't pay you for effort. It rewards alignment. You are not here to wrestle your dreams into being. You are here to remember that they were already given, and to allow them in. Let the fight go. Let the blessing flow. The world glorifies effort. It says, if you're not exhausted, you're not doing enough. But I say unto you, most effort is simply the ego, trying to prove its worth. You see, the ego wants control. It wants to map out every step. It wants to micromanage the miracle. But the miracle doesn't answer to the ego. The miracle answers to the soul, to faith, to vibration. You may think you are working hard toward your dream, but if you are filled with fear, urgency, or anxiety, that is not progress. That is panic. And panic kriya, tes static. It distorts the frequency. It tells the universe, I don't believe it will happen unless I force it. Let me speak plainly to you, dear one. Force is fear. Flow is faith. The truth is, when you're truly aligned, you don't have to try. You know, you speak it, and it is done. You bless it, and it appears. You expect it, and it arrives, often through means you never imagined. Effort, in the way the world teaches it, is fear's favorite costume. And every time you push from panic, you delay the divine. But when you act from inspired knowing, even the smallest step becomes holy. So today, I urge you, don't confuse movement with momentum. Don't confuse force with faith. Release the need to prove yourself. Rest in the power that already knows. What is yours cannot miss you, and you do not have to beg for what the divine already wrote in your name. There comes a point in your spiritual walk where you must do the most courageous thing of all. Let go and truly receive. You've asked, you've affirmed, you've aligned. But now comes the final act, the receiving. And you cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot receive with anxious breath. You cannot receive while watching the clock, tapping your foot, questioning the when and how. Receiving is a spiritual softness. It is surrender crystallized. You become like the open palm, not begging, but ready. You become like the fertile soil, not straining, but welcoming. And this, dear one, is where most people block their blessing. Not because they don't believe it can happen, but because they haven't yet made peace with the idea that it's allowed to happen without effort. Somewhere deep inside, the old programming whispers, I must earn this. I must struggle to deserve it. But that is not divine law. That is man's illusion. Spirit gives without penalty. Spirit gives without price. Your job is to get out of the way and let it in. Let in the money, let in the love, let in the healing, let in the life that's already waiting at your door. This is the art of letting go. No more proving, no more pushing, no more trying. Just pure magnetic faith and the knowing, it is done, and I am ready. So now, dear one, you know the truth. You were never meant to force. You were meant to flow. You were never meant to beg spirit. You were meant to speak the word, then watch as the universe rushes to obey it. You were not born to climb a mountain of effort. You were born to stand in divine identity and let all things be added unto you. This is the effortless life, not lazy, not passive, but deeply aligned. It is bold. It is trusting. It is peaceful beyond reason. And here's the secret I leave with you. You don't get what you want. You get what you expect. Also expect ease. Expect overflow. Expect that what is yours comes without delay, because it comes from the infinite. Live your life like it is already answered, because in spirit it is. Speak your word with calm authority. Act only when divinely prompted. Rest with no guilt. And most of all, know that doing less, with alignment, creates more than years of struggle ever could. Let this be your new identity. I am the effortless receiver of divine good. Say it again. I am the effortless receiver of divine good. Let that be your law. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your vibration. And so it is. Control. It's the silent thief. It disguises itself as strategy, as planning, as being responsible. But beneath it, control is fear, dressed in logic. You see, when you try to control every outcome, every step, every little sign or delay, you send a message to the universe. I don't trust you. I think I know better. But let me tell you, dear soul, divine intelligence is not asking for your interference. It is waiting for your surrender. Control keeps you tense. It narrows your vision. It drains your energy. And worst of all, it delays what's already been delivered to your spiritual mailbox. Do you know what moves the law? Faith and relaxation. Yes, relaxation is a manifestation technology. Why? Because only the relaxed soul is open. Only the relaxed soul is receiving. Only the relaxed soul trusts what it cannot see and knows that what is real isn't always visible. Yet. So today, I ask you to drop the illusion. Stop clutching the steering wheel with white knuckles. Spirit is the driver. Now speak this phrase aloud and write it below, twice. Let it become your mantra. I release control and miracles take over. I release control and miracles take over. Again, I release control and miracles take over. I release control and miracles take over. Let the divine do what it does best. Unfold the impossible without your micromanagement. Because when you finally stop trying to control it, it finally has room to arrive. Now let's be clear, my dear. Surrender is not inaction. It is inspired action. There is a great difference between forcing and flowing, between striving and being summoned by spirit. Most people act from fear. I must do this now or I'll miss out. I have to chase them before the opportunity disappears. I can't stop or I'll fall behind. But this is not action. This is anxiety wearing shoes. The aligned soul doesn't move from panic. The aligned soul waits until it is called. then moves swiftly, cleanly, and effortlessly. You'll feel it when the time is right. The nudge, the inner pull, the sudden clarity that whispers, "Now." That is divine instruction. It's not loud. It's not desperate. It's quiet confidence wrapped in peace. You are not meant to run in circles, exhaust yourself, or make it happen. You are meant to follow divine breadcrumbs, one at a time, and with joy. Inspired action never feels like pressure. It feels like permission, and every time you obey that gentle prompt, you collapse time. You dissolve resistance. You enter the current where all things flow freely to you. So ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from knowing? Because when it's truly yours, you won't have to wrestle it into place. You'll simply respond to the invitation with peace in your heart and power in your step. You don't need to try harder. You only need to hear clearer. People hear the word surrender and they flinch. They think it means giving up. They think it means weakness. But oh, surrender is not collapse. Surrender is command. To surrender is to say, I no longer fight against the current. I flow with divine law. And let me tell you, that kind of decision reshapes entire worlds. You were not meant to carry the burden. You were meant to speak the word, hold the vision, and let the law perform the work. For there is a spiritual order to all things. And when you align with that order, when you stop interfering, grace floods in. You are not manifesting from scratch. You are tuning your frequency to what already exists in the invisible. I once said, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. What you throw with your thoughts, your words, your energy, returns. So if you throw force, you receive struggle. If you throw fear, you receive delay. But if you throw trust, if you throw peace, you receive miracles with ease. Divine alignment is not loud, it's not dramatic, it's still, it's clear, it's unbothered. It says, I know my good is already here. I need not chase it. I simply align with it. So stop wrestling with your desires. They are not wild horses to tame. They are gifts waiting for your openness. Surrender is the password. Alignment is the key. Let the law work for you, not against your clenched hands, but through your relaxed knowing. Your desire is not random. It is a divine preview, a whisper from the infinite that says, this is already yours in the unseen. You are not here to create from scratch. You are here to remember what's already been written and speak it into form. But the mind asks, where is it? Why hasn't it come yet? And the soul answers, it is done, but you must match it. Let me explain. In the spiritual realm, there is no time, no waiting rooms, only vibration. And when you truly know, not just wish, that something is yours, you speak differently, you walk differently, you radiate expectancy. But when you doubt, when you beg, when you plead, you're telling the universe, I don't believe yet. And the law, ever faithful, reflects your unbelief. So today, I ask you to shift, not by effort, but by identity. Don't ask for it. Claim it. Don't chase it. Become it. Your desire has already been completed in the field of spirit. Your only job is to receive it, without panic. Now, lock in the frequency. In the comments, speak this out loud and write it twice. I let go and it arrives. I let go and it arrives. Speak it again. I let go and it arrives. I let go and it arrives. These words are not just ink. They are activation. They create a spiritual echo. You're not waiting. You're aligning. You're not searching. You're remembering. It is done. It is yours. It is time.